I got a beer over here. It's called a Kirin, and it's one of my favorite beers actually. On the back over here, it has how many standard drinks are included in the beer. Any drink you turn out the back, you'll start to see that standard drink amount. Now, you have 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 2.0, and onwards if it's an individual drink. Other straight spirits have a lot higher concentration of alcohol. And I want to talk about what that alcohol level means, or what that standard drink means. Basically, it's the amount of ethanol that's in that particular drink. Ethanol is a compound that you find in petrol, you also find in hand sanitizers, you find in many cleaning products. And one standard drink basically means that there's 10 grams of ethanol in there. Now, it takes the body on average an hour, a healthy body, to process 10 grams of ethanol through the liver and other systems of the body to get rid of it. And so if you have 1.2 standard drinks, you have 12 grams of ethanol. If you have 1.6 standard drinks, you have 16 grams. If you have a bottle of vodka, which has 22 standard drinks, you have 220 grams of ethanol. All right, so why is that important? The reason it's important is because understanding your body can give you a bit of a motivation to say, okay, well, how much of this poison do I want to put into my body, and how can I find better ways of reducing the harms? One really simple strategy is just pairing the drink with water. When you're pairing alcohol with water, you'll start to notice you're going to the toilet a lot more and you're trying to flush out the alcohol. Even if you don't drink water, you go to the toilet a lot more with alcohol, and you'll start to notice that your urine is a lot lighter in color. That's not because it's getting rid of the alcohol, it's actually because it's getting rid of the water that's in your body, and you can feel quite dehydrated. Basically, for every part of alcohol that you have, you lose 4 parts of water. So if you're having a shot of alcohol, you're basically getting rid of 4 shots of water at that same time. Coconut water replaces the hydration with electrolytes to help stimulate the brain and the body and get you back on track a lot quicker. So number 1, have more water, and pair the water when you're having a drink. Number 2 is start to know your drinking patterns. So if you're having a drink every single time after work, and the drinks are always in the fridge, or at a particular place in your house that you can just quickly grab them, start changing that. Have small steps towards change. And if you start to change, or take the drink out of the fridge, or beer out of your fridge and put it in the garage, then what you need to do is take it from the garage, because no one likes a warm beer, and put it back in the fridge, wait for it to cool down, and just break that initial habit of get home, crack open a beer, and do that sort of stuff. The next one's a bit of a no-brainer, but we don't do it as often as we could. Drink after you have food. When you're having alcohol before you have food, your stomach is digesting that alcohol and it gets passed through the blood a lot quicker, and then when you have food after, you're not going to feel as hungry, and the nutrients aren't going to be absorbed as good as if you eat first and then drink after, or pair food with drinks. I mean, a lot of you wine connoisseurs out there, or whiskey enjoyers, will start to notice that there is some utility to pairing drinks with a particular type of food. So basically, to summarize, number 1, you want to pair your drinking with water. Number 2, you want to change the habit in when you get home, and kind of do it a little bit differently by moving the drink from where it originally is and creating a bit of space and a bit more control over your drinking. And number 3, you want to drink after you've had some food, or at least pair your drinking with some food. If this has been helpful, you know how to support the channel by subscribing and sharing it around, and making more and more people understand that there are good ways of taking back control of your life. Speak soon.